This week's video is a short channel update because I am under construction over here. We recently moved and I drove the moving truck for the very first time. I was very proud of myself. And as part of that move, I am just ecstatic to share that I have my very own space to record my videos. And if you've watched my videos in the past, you know that typically in the past I've just been in my bedroom, my bed next to me, my dresser behind me. And so this is especially exciting because for the very first time I'm going to have my own space to record. I'm especially excited for this because of interviews. I've wanted to do more in-person interviews, but I've never really had the space for it. So the idea of having a distinguished guest come to my home and walk up the stairs and come into my bedroom so that we could record next to my bed just felt very unprofessional. And so I'm excited that now I can finally have a space where if I have a guest, it doesn't feel like amateur hour. As part of that though, I have to say that this is the side of YouTube that is probably the most intimidating for me. I've never set up professional lighting in my bedroom. I just had shades and I was sitting next to my bedroom window. So if it was a little dark, I'd open the shades. And if it was a little light, I'd close the shades a little. And so this side of YouTube, which is, I'm going to try to be a little bit more profesh for you guys, is the most intimidating. Setting up lighting, making sure it's kind of soundproof, all of those things. If you have suggestions for what to put behind me, I obviously have a blank slate. So I'm gonna try to get really legit, maybe have some cool bookshelves or art or something like that. All of that to say is that over the next few months, you're definitely gonna see some changes. I might try different settings, different backgrounds, different lighting. So be patient as I figure out this side of what I want this to look like. Along with that, I wanted to share that I was recently a co-host on this podcast. It goes into topics that are very important to talk about, but are also very difficult to talk about on platforms like TikTok or YouTube, where certain words can get you shadow banned. This is how we have the invention of a word like unalive. And so I just wanted to share that if you want to check it out on podcast form. That is a place where you can talk about topics like this without having as much, fear of getting shadow banned or penalized in some way. So please consider checking out that podcast. I will put links below. You can find it on all platforms. I will be back next Friday with another video. Next week, we're discussing the tremendous wealth of the Mormon Church, how they got over $200 billion, which Wikipedia at least lists them as the wealthiest church on the planet. Their only competitor is the Roman Catholic Church, and it kind of depends on how you quantify the wealth. And so we'll get into that next week. I'm going to cover how they got fined by the SEC for not disclosing some of their investments. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to see that. Thank you for being here. I'm super excited for this next chapter of the channel to get a little bit more official than just a girl recording videos about the Mormon Church in a bedroom. And so thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next week.